in Florida. NBC4's Robert Kovacic following the latest details for us. Robert.
Here we go again. This is yet another crash with Tiger Woods behind the wheel. 5 years ago, February 2021, the last reported Woods crash we know of happened right here in Southern California. But unlike what happened in Rancho Palos Verdes, this time is different. Tiger Woods is facing charges. Now, here's the deal. He blew a 0.0 on his breathalyzer, so he wasn't drunk. No alcohol, no drugs found in his car. However, Tiger Woods refused a urine test, and law enforcement responding to the scene determined he was impaired.
Where's Tiger? Oh, Tiger Woods!
Late tonight, Tiger Woods seen leaving jail, the state of Florida requiring he be held for 8 hours. The sheriff promising no special treatment for the golfing legend charged with driving under the influence.
Mr. Woods did exemplify signs of impairment.
Authorities say Woods was driving alone at a high speed in a Land Rover on a 30-mile-an-hour suburban road in Jupiter Island. The 50-year-old trying to pass a pressure cleaner truck.
This is a small 2-lane road, and there was no shoulder for this pressure cleaner gentleman to get off the side of the road. As he was trying to move to the side of the road, the Land Rover overtook him at the last minute, swerved to avoid a collision, but clipped the back end of the trailer.
Authorities say Woods crawled out of the passenger door.
Mr. Woods did a breathalyzer test, blew 000s, but when it came time for us to ask for a urinalysis test, he refused, and so he's been charged with DUI, with property damage, and refusal to submit to a lawful test.
Woods was also charged in 2017 with DUI. He pled guilty to reckless driving. And in 2021, the LPD says Woods was driving nearly 90 miles an hour in a residential area of Rancho Palos Verdes. He hit a tree and the SUV went airborne. Woods not charged following that crash because it was ruled an accident, but he did numerous fractures in his right leg requiring emergency surgery.
I'm lucky to be alive.
But barely a year after the SoCal crash, Woods returned to golf on its big stage. He played at the 2022 Masters and even put on a show for his fans in Augusta. Just last October, he underwent back surgery for the 7th time, and earlier, Tiger Woods returned to professional for the first time in almost 2 years.
It doesn't recover like it was when I was 25. Doesn't mean I'm not trying. I've been trying for a while.
Tiger Woods out of jail, but not out of trouble. Right now, deputies have charged Tiger Woods with driving under the influence, along with property damage and refusing to comply with testing. The sheriff said Tiger was not injured and neither was the driver. By the way, President Trump's former daughter-in-law, Vanessa, is currently dating Tiger Woods. The president tonight weighing in, telling reporters Tiger Woods is a very close friend, saying, quote, "I feel badly. He's had some difficulty." I'm Robert Kovacic. Carol.
Thank you. Tonight, House Republicans did a bipartisan deal to fund the Department of Homeland Security. They passed their own version instead, which Democrats called dead on arrival in the Senate. This is just the latest battle among lawmakers on Capitol Hill to fund the DHS and get all TSA workers back on the job. NBC4's Darsha Phillips in the newsroom now with the latest from the president. Darsha.
Yeah, Carolyn, the president signing an emergency order tonight directing the Department of Homeland Security to pay TSA existing funding as and partial government shutdown fell apart on Capitol Hill.
Late May night, the House approved a short-term funding bill for the Department of Homeland Security, but Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer has already said it is dead on arrival, meaning Democrats will not approve it and the stalemate on Capitol Hill will continue. It's been a dramatic day in the halls of Congress. It started with the Senate unanimously passing a plan to end the shutdown for most of DHS, but Speaker Mike Johnson quickly rejected it because it did not include money for ICE Border Patrol.
This gambit that was done last night is a joke. I'm quite convinced that it can't be that every Senate Republican read the latest bill.
Both the House and the Senate won't be session until after the Easter holiday. The government shutdown has lasted more than 40 days, with Democrats refusing to vote for a DHS spending bill unless Republicans agreed to reform to ICE after violent immigration crimes and government agents shot and killed 2 Americans in Minneapolis. The stalemate causing financial distress for thousands of government workers, including TSA agents. More than 480 agents have quit, many others not showing up to work because they're not getting paid, causing long lines and delays at airports.
Everybody needs a paycheck to take care of their family.
Well, I just really upset with Congress for not doing their job.
Now, with no end in sight, the president tonight signing an executive order directing DHS to pay TSA employees. A DHS spokesperson tells NBC News that paychecks should start arriving as early as Monday.
Now, what is not clear in the president's executive order, the dollar amount and exactly on what authority these funds will be tapped. Live in the newsroom tonight, I'm Darsha Phillips, NBC4 News.
Thank you, Darsha. Let's head outside right now. A live look at downtown Los Angeles on this Friday evening. Meteorologist Kelly Moody is here with a quick look at the first forecast. Kelly.
Thanks. We're taking a look outside at your current temperatures, which have cooled down into the 50s and 60s, 68 degrees right now in Ontario, 64 degrees in Van Nuys, and we'll continue to see temperatures like these as we head into the overnight hour. Wake up early tomorrow. You'll still have a little bit of fog, a little bit of green layer. Make our way into the afternoon. You can expect the sun to be once again mid-70s at the coast, mid-80s for the Los Angeles Basin and Orange County. Expected for the Valley and Empire, and we're looking at cooler temperatures with a little bit of extra wind. This weekend, just fine. You don't have any big concerns. We keep repeating the same pattern that we've seen over the last several days with some morning fog, but a big cool down is coming and come with a few raindrops. We'll talk about when you can expect those coming up. Carolyn?
All right, we'll see you soon. And now to a money laundering scheme and the LA Unified School District. Prosecutors say it involved a tech company and $22 million. The district attorney says text messages between that former employee and her alleged co-conspirator showed planning to illegally transfer money away from the school district.
We have announced charges in a large money laundering operation in LAUSD's history.
County District Attorney's Office accused Peng of Pasadena and Gotham Sampath of Texas laundering. Peng is to bring district contracts to Sampath, and he in turn is accused of funneling $3 million back to her. District provided this statement about the charges.
Who's one of the vendors on live texts Miss Peng, and he says delete all the WhatsApp chats that they have had. If anybody sees these texts about these internal things, it will be a problem.
District responded to the charges. This statement saying LAUSD is full compliance with all applicable laws. We expect our employees partners to comply with the highest standards of ethics and integrity. The district will continue to cooperate fully with relevant authorities. The United Teachers of Los Angeles responded to the allegations, saying they are disappointed with the school.
They won't even agree to fully restroom. Yet there always seems to be money for these, and it seems really these cracks.
These latest allegations follow an unconnected raid on the home and office of LAUSD Superintendent Alberto Carvalho. He was placed on administrative leave last month and has denied any wrongdoing. The accusations against Peng and Sampath involve a time frame that only briefly overlapped with Carvalho's leadership. Arrest warrant has been issued for Peng, an extradition warrant for Sampath. We were not able to them for comment. UCI Health in Orange County shut down its entire pediatrics department, including its pediatric ICU. Nurses say they were caught off guard when they found out by email their jobs were gone. It's a restructuring plan that affects 25 nurses at the former Fountain Valley Regional Hospital and 150 workers across the health system.
You know, I've actually worked here since I was 18, or actually 19 years old.
Do you take your job back?
Fountain Valley is only fixed.
UCI Health says, like other healthcare systems, it's facing challenges from shifts in federal funding to insurance reimbursements. Coming up, Savannah.